Time has come. I've seen a lot of you guys send me this versus battle in the Instagram comments, the YouTube comments, the Instagram DMs, Twitter, Discord. I've seen it everywhere. It's time we talk about our very own Yonko from One Piece going up against our very own Hokage from Naruto. Now, to set the stage of this battle, we have to talk about the scenario that you guys set up. Team Yonko will have Goldie Roger, Whitebeard, Blackbeard, Big Mom, Kaido, Shanks, and everybody is in their prime. Going up against Team Hokage in Hashirama, Tobirama, Hiruzen, Minato, Tsunade, Kakashi, and Naruto. But there's a few exceptions. Naruto will not have baryon mode. DMS Kakashi will not be counted because he was not a Hokage when he achieved that level. And we also have Minato not having access to Kurama Chakra mode because he did not become a Nine Tails Jinchuriki until he passed away. Now, when I normally do these team battles, we talk about them in a 1v1 matchup, and then we also talk about them doing a group battle. But I'm going to omit the 1v1 matchups because it gives Team Naruto a clear-cut advantage. But once this becomes a group battle, the dynamic changes because now we have to introduce teamwork. Now, as soon as this battle starts, we already know what Naruto is going to have to do. He's going to have to give everybody in his camp a Kurama cloak, and he's going to give them their own personal shadow clone. This is something that we've seen in the 4th Great Ninja War already. You're talking about increased chakra capacity, increased attack power, defense, speed, heals. He gives you everything you need and more. How would the Yonko respond to this? Well, the first thing I'm thinking of is observation haki. One of the advanced techniques in observation haki allows people in One Piece to see into the future. And if we are taking all of the Yonko in their prime, we can only assume that they will be able to see into the future and predict that Naruto is going to make this move. But how would they be able to stop this? Well, truth be told, they're not stopping that. There's nothing they have in their arsenal that will change that outcome. But what they can do is they can adapt. What do we know about Blackbeard? We know that he has access to the Yami Yami no Mi, but he also has the Gura Gura no Mi. He has Whitebeard's Devil Fruit as well. He can essentially absorb a lot of the long-range ninjutsu being thrown out by the Hokage, and he can also put down the Yami Yami no Mi power onto the ground. Blackbeard would be able to literally put the attack all across the land. We've seen Blackbeard absorb entire towns. This means Hashirama's Wood Golem would have an issue being summoned because it can get absorbed. This means a lot of the Shadow Clones would have an issue moving around because they can get absorbed. These things make it a little bit tougher for the Hokage to move, but that does not mean they have nothing in their arsenal to stop them. Naruto, even though he does not have baryon mode, he has access to the Sage of Six Paths Senjutsu. With the Truth-Seeking Orbs, you can also nullify attacks. So this would be a perfect counter to Blackbeard. But since he also has access to Whitebeard's Devil Fruit as well, Naruto can't be too reckless in his approach because he does not have the ability to take a lot of direct hits from the Gura Gura no Mi. Now we have to talk about the best duo on Team Hokage. You have Hashirama and Tobirama, the first and second Hokage. Hashirama's Senjutsu alone is among the greatest in Naruto. He has access to wood shadow clones, which are much tougher to deal with than regular shadow clones. He also has the ability to summon the wood golem. And let's not forget to speak on his regenerative cells that everyone wants to get their hands on in the series. Tobirama, explosive tags were created by him. He also created the flying Raijin technique, so he'll be able to teleport as well. He's agile, he's intelligent. This duo is going to be a problem. How would Team Yonko deal with this? Big Mom and Kaido can counter Hashirama and Tobirama as a duo. They have history with each other on Roxas crew. They've been together for quite a while, and they've also formed a new alliance in Wano as we speak. So they know each other's strengths and weaknesses in and out, which would make them a perfect tag team battle to go up against the Senju brothers. Now, what makes this matchup very, very interesting is that Big Mom's Soul Fruit can come into play. She can possibly disrupt the wood clones. Even if that does not work, there's one more thing that Big Mom has up her sleeve, and that's Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki. If we remember Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki during the wedding, people like Katakuri had to put earplugs in because Big Mom's screech was so powerful that if you did not have the earplugs ready in ear, you're getting knocked out by her Conqueror's Haki. The will, her power is just so up there that you would be blown away immediately. Now, if we talk about a combined Conqueror's Haki attack coming from Big Mom and Kaido, this would absolutely be an issue for the Wood Shadow clones. However, Hashirama and Tobirama do have enough will to contend. Speed-wise, Tobirama is arguably the fastest of the four here because he has access to the Flying Raijin technique. However, Big Mom and Kaido also have access to Future Sight Observation Haki, and we know that at least Kaido has it because Luffy has access to it and they are boxing right now. So with that information, we can assume that Big Mom and Kaido would be able to react to a flying rising technique if they are able to perceive it in the future. Now, a couple assumptions have to be made. If we assume that Naruto's truth-seeking orbs were able to nullify the effects of Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi from the ground, then the wood golem is going crazy. But if Blackbeard is able to absorb any of the wood golems or any of the shadow clones and he's able to nullify those effects, then we can only assume that Big Mom and Kaido would have a much easier tag team battle because they would not have to worry about Hashirama's wood golem. Now, we talked about Tobirama's speed already, but we did not mention the yellow flash in Minato Namikaze. He improved on Tobirama's techniques with the flying Raijin technique. He has the ability to also teleport long range attacks away. So this means Kaido's fire blast, the very same one that was able to blow up the mountain against the Straw Hats. Yes, Minato will be able to teleport that technique somewhere else. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because Minato's first and only move is that he has to mark Kaido. Only because he does not have access to Kurama Chakra Mode. While he was the Hokage, he was able to summon toads. We saw that he had top tier sealing techniques as well, but that's not really going to work here against the Yonko unless you get the Yonko in a compromising position. This is why I believe if Minato is able to mark Kaido, he can teleport to him and then make his long range techniques a little bit harder to use. Now, there's two people that we have yet to talk about, and I already know you guys are waiting for me to bring them up. Prime Roger and Prime Whitebeard arguably have the strongest hockey feat we've seen in One Piece thus far. They fought each other for almost 3 days. I mean, these two in durability and in Conqueror's Haki are the heights. They set the bar. Now, if we look at the durability of old Whitebeard, the very same Whitebeard that was very old and sick in the Marineford War, and he died standing up while suffering hundreds of wounds. And we attribute that to Prime Whitebeard in his younger days when he had more vigor, he had more strength. The durability of Whitebeard is arguably the highest out of all these teams combined. I mean, Whitebeard's durability is ridiculous. Now, if we look at the Conqueror's Haki side of things, we could talk about Roger. Just based off what he was able to do against Odin and Whitebeard, he arguably has the highest Conqueror's Haki. Putting these two in a duo together is problematic. This means that Naruto would have to be on the move again. Even if he's dealing with Blackbeard, he would have to counter a Prime Whitebeard and a Prime Roger at some point within this battle, because their durability and stamina is on a higher level than that of the Hokage. Hands down. But somebody didn't make their move yet. Takashi Hatsuke. We have to bring in the copy ninja just this once because his ability with the Kamui is an issue. Kakashi is the X factor here because if Blackbeard's able to nullify the effects of the chakra cloaks by absorbing them, then we know that either Whitebeard or Roger in their prime can body Kakashi because he does not have access to DMS. But if Naruto is able to nullify the effects of Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi early on into the fight, then we already know that Kakashi is going to be using the Kamui, and that would give Naruto an advantage to take down Blackbeard a lot quicker than he normally would. But this is why we have to introduce one of the most mysterious One Piece characters of all time. Red-haired Shanks is still in play. Now, us One Piece fans, we are waiting for Film Red. We're trying to see how powerful Shanks is. Now, we know he is top tier, but how top tier is he? Well, we can talk about some people that were around him to get somewhat of an approximation. Mihawk is the world's greatest swordsman. Shanks has been sparring with him, so we already know that he's around that level. We also know that Shanks idolized and studied Goldie Roger's game. One can argue that Shanks modeled his swordplay after a Roger. He also has incredible Conqueror's Haki because we've seen him clash weapons with Whitebeard and split the sky. And in the Shanks SBS, they spoke on his observation Haki, so we know that his Haki is his strong suit. With the Haki mastery in Shanks, one could argue that Shanks could intercept Kakashi without DMS and take him out. Now, this is solely based on speculation on how strong you believe Kakashi is without Double Mangekyo Sharingan. Sarutobi and Tsunade are left. Now, we already know that Hiruzen was the sensei to the legendary Sannin. Tsunade is a part of the legendary Sannin. We can talk about her 100 healings technique. Her attack power is going crazy. She was able to crack Madara's Susanoo a little bit. And then we couple that with Hiruzen's top tier ninjutsu as well. Also, we can talk about his access to the Reaper Death Seal. Listen, this is a fight. Now, if Shanks is able to defeat Kakashi, he would not do it easily. The damage would build up, and I think a weakened Shanks would be susceptible to Hiruzen's Reaper Death Seal. However, would Conqueror's Haki play a role here? I don't think so. Because the only possible counters to the Reaper Death Seal that I can think of are Blackbeard's nullifying Devil Fruit technique, or you also have Big Mom's Soul Fruit coming into play. Now it's time we pick a winner. With Shanks, Kakashi, and Blackbeard all being defeated, the game changes. Now I believe Prime Whitebeard would be able to hold off Tsunade. Whitebeard has been stated by Sengoku to have the power to destroy the world. As a Pirate King, Prime Roger's only duty here is to hold off Naruto for as long as possible. Now this is, how strong do you believe Roger's haki is? If I'm seeing him going up against Prime Whitebeard and I'm hearing stories about him defeating the Rocks Pirates, one can assume that Roger's haki in One Piece is top 3 at minimum. This means that Naruto is not going to dog walk a Roger in his prime. I believe a Kaido and Big Mom would have a great chance of winning here. Based on the fact that their haki levels are so high, they will be able to disrupt a lot of the ninjutsu that Tobirama and Hashirama have in their arsenal. And the only answer that they would have is a Minato that does not have access to Kurama Chakra mode. If a non-baryon mode Naruto has to fight a Prime Whitebeard, a Prime Roger, a Big Mom, and a Kaido, he's losing. Team Yonko would win for me in this condition. If Kakashi had access to DMS, if Minato had access to Kurama Chakra mode, and Naruto had access to baryon mode, it would be a no-brainer. Now you guys let me know down in the comment section below who you would take, Team Yonko or Team Hokage. And with that, we'll see you next time. Peace.